For years, the marketing mantra has been pretty simple. Teach your audience, provide value, and slowly build authority. But what if that entire playbook is broken? Today, we're going to tear apart that old rulebook and explore a completely new set of aggressive strategies designed for just one thing: ridiculously rapid growth.
And that right there is the central question we're tackling. The idea that all that endless educational content, the blogs, the guides, the tutorials, might actually be a roadblock to sales. That's a pretty radical thought, but it is the core idea behind this entire new playbook.
The whole landscape has just totally shifted. Your audience is saturated with information. They don't want another professor. They want to see results. That traditional slow-burn approach of building authority over months or even years, well, it's just being completely outpaced by strategies that deliver in days or, believe it or not, even hours.
So what's the move? Well, that's exactly what we're about to break down. We're looking at a masterclass of tactics. And yeah, some of these are even considered black hat, meaning they really push the boundaries of what's typically allowed. These tactics are designed to game the system, convert customers, and build a marketing engine that moves at the speed of AI.
Okay, first up, let's talk about just getting seen. Forget waiting months and months for your SEO to maybe pay off. The new approach is all about finding and exploiting loopholes for almost instant visibility.
Yeah, I know. It sounds impossible, right? It's the kind of promise you'd expect to see in some spammy email. But there are methods being used right now that achieve just that, by leveraging a very clever and kind of controversial tactic.
And this is it, the core concept, Parasite SEO. So instead of building your own website's authority from scratch, you just hitch a ride on a huge domain that Google already trusts. Think of it like this: you get a VIP pass to a concert just because you showed up with a celebrity. By publishing your content on sites like Medium or Reddit or Quora, you can rank for super competitive keywords in just a fraction of the time.
And look, Parasite SEO is just one tool in the toolbox. People are translating content into languages like Spanish or German, where Google's algorithm is reportedly a little less sophisticated. Others are buying up expired domains that already have a high domain rating. That's just a score that predicts how well a site will rank, giving them an immediate head start. It's all about finding the path of least resistance.
And the results? They're pretty wild. These aren't just theories. These are documented case studies. Hitting the #1 spot on Google in just 6 hours by perfectly matching what a user's looking for. Getting a brand new product review onto the first page in under 14 hours. The new benchmark for seeing results isn't months. It's a single day. It's insane.
So, once you have all those eyeballs, how do you actually turn them into customers? This is where the playbook makes its biggest, most profound shift. You stop teaching and you start showing.
This slide breaks it down perfectly. The old way was all about explaining concepts, the what and the why, and that positions you as a teacher. It works, sure, but it's slow. The new way is all about demonstration. It shows the how. It proves you can actually do the thing you're selling, which positions you as a practitioner. It's a difference between a boring lecture and a live workshop, and it's built to close sales now.
You've heard it a million times: show, don't tell. And there's a reason it's a classic storytelling rule. When you demonstrate your expertise by ranking a site live, by building an app in real time, by showing your exact ad scaling process, you're not just telling people you're good, you're proving it. And that proof is infinitely more persuasive than any blog post could ever be. And this isn't about just randomly showing stuff off. It's structured using really powerful storytelling frameworks, like the but therefore method, which was famously used by the creators of South Park. The whole idea is to connect your points with but or therefore instead of just and then. So for example, we wanted to rank on Google, but it was taking way too long, therefore we used Parasite SEO. See? It turns a simple how-to into a really engaging story. Okay, the third pillar of this new playbook is, well, it's arguably the most disruptive one. It's about leveraging AI not just as a little writing assistant, but as a full-fledged, scalable extension of your team that can execute really complex tasks.
And let's not beat around the bush here. The source material is crystal clear on this. This isn't just about making your existing team a little more efficient. It's about AI's very real potential to completely replace entire roles within a traditional marketing department. This is a huge, fundamental shift in how work gets done.
So what does this AI team actually look like in practice? Well, you've got AI video producers like Minus or GenSpark that can create animated presentations in minutes.
You have AI sales experts like Claude writing these hyper-personalized emails to bring dead deals back to life. You have AI web developers building complex sites from a simple sentence, and AI research assistants scraping hundreds of Reddit threads for deep customer insights. Each one is a specialist in its own right.
So this brings up a huge question, right? If AI is doing all of this, who is safe? The answer seems to lie in this concept high agency. It's a way to describe people who don't wait for instructions. They're resourceful, they take initiative, and they see AI not as a threat, but as a powerful tool to leverage. They are the strategists, the conductors of this new AI orchestra.
Okay, finally, let's get super tactical. All of these strategies are pretty useless if you can't get attention in the first place. This part reveals a simple but incredibly powerful framework for crafting a hook that can literally stop a user mid-scroll.
It all comes down to this number, 6. Just 6 key elements that you'll find in almost every single viral video hook out there.
So here they are. You need a subject, an action, and an objective. Then you need contrast. This is the unexpected twist that makes people stop. Then proof, which builds credibility. And finally, a time frame, which adds urgency or shows off incredible efficiency. When you combine all 6 of these, you create a nearly irresistible hook.
Let's break it down using that example we've already talked about. How I ranked #1 on Google in 6 hours without a team. The subject? I. The action? Ranked #1. The objective? On Google. The time frame? A crazy fast 6 hours. The contrast that makes you go, whoa, is without a team. And the proof is that promise of how it just ticks every single box.
So when you put it all together, when you step back and look at the big picture, this new marketing playbook is really defined by one word: leverage. It's about leveraging the authority of other platforms, leveraging the incredible scale and speed of AI, and leveraging proven psychological frameworks to get attention and drive action faster than anyone ever thought possible. Which leaves us with one final and pretty crucial question to think about. In a world where AI can execute tactics flawlessly and game these complex systems, what is our most valuable skill? Maybe it's not the ability to perform a task anymore, but that high agency to direct the machine. The creativity, the strategy, and the initiative that, for now, remains uniquely human.